Can't wait to see what Alshon puts on center court here.
Point.
And first point for Johns.
The other thing you saw there just behind Ben Johns was Lee Waters, who is coaching Christian Alshon and helping him out. So again, we talk about that second set of eyes and that other brain you can tap into.
It's also got to be tough for Lee. Of course, her daughter is the partner of Ben Johns in the mixed doubles.
Yes.
0-1.
Little mixed emotion. Maybe that's why she's in the crowd, not sitting on a bench here.
Great point. Nicely done by Alshon.
Yeah, and you saw on the rally prior to this, Ben got tagged with a little rally at the kitchen. Don't see that very often in singles.
Oh, Alshon.
Point.
Passing shot that time.
And that's the athleticism that he has. Ben thought he left that in a safe place, but the speed, the recognition, and then the finish, that was a high degree of difficulty for Alshon.
Point.
Alshon, another newbie in the sport. As soon as he entered the game of pickleball, took down Jay DeVilliers, took down Rafa Hewitt as well. This would be his biggest catch if he could somehow find a way to knock down the GOAT.
They have played 3 times, Drew, and Ben has won all 3 of those. All but 1 game as well. They did go 3 back at the Texas Open in November.
Side out. 3-1.
Johns puts it away. Side out now. Back to Ben.
Yeah, you can see how Ben just holds that paddle and he can go cross court or go for the big topspin inside out finish. Alshon can't track it down. Much harder to get in those cat and mouse points at the kitchen line when the ball is this heavy. It's harder to drop that, and Alshon's reach certainly play a role in that as well.
And now a 4-1 lead, so this is exactly the start that Alshon was looking for.
4-1.
Is this the time of year? Seen a lot of pickleball over the past month,
Side out.
with MLP also included in there. 3rd event, pro event here in Arizona. Maybe some of these pros, maybe this is the time if you're going to get an upset in, Dave. Perfect time to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think all year you're going to carry that target, whether it's I've played a lot,
2-4.
I've not trained as much as somebody else, or the other person's just better that day. That's what the top 4 or 5 players on both sides, everyone's gunning for him. And you saw Mary Brasha take down number 2, Catherine Parento.
Ben with the finish.
Yeah, and Ben just hasn't been sharp so far with his 3rd ball. His forehand drives have been up. Again, getting the feel of the ball. It's harder to feel that ball when it's hard, when it's feeling just no give. You got to find the way, and he's using a new paddle for him. This is something that he's got to get used to too, a different ball, because that swing right there, he stared at the paddle like we all do. Just he doesn't look comfortable, quite frankly, with the opportunity to pass, and this is where Alshon has to take advantage, get 1 each time he serves.
Alshon hits it long. So 4-2 lead. #1 player in the world trailing here, game number 1.
Side out.
That's tremendous court coverage and length, and you know, tennis players are like, wait, it's only 44 by 20. I only got to cover 20. I can cover 20, especially if you've got the wingspan that Alshon does.
Side out.
But that cannot happen right there. Good serve, very, very short return from Ben Johns. Big opportunity to extend the lead.
Just a little bit wide. Ben Johns wants that one back.
Yeah, it feels like he's down a lot more than 2 here just because of the lack of precision on his third shots.
Alshon dials up a beauty.
Point.
And to create an angle from that position is really difficult. You'll see this ball is in the midcourt, low. And Alshon just catches the inside. Really well done.
Ben will hit that return long. So nothing going right now for the GOAT.
6-2.
It's not out of the ordinary, though. Ben will call
I
that
can't overrule it.
just a little wide. Looked like it was very, very
Call
close.
stands.
Yep, and
2-6.
Alshon, you know, we have the crew here to look at that if you want it.
Point.
Another look at it. I don't see any way to
3-6.
overturn that, and Ben calls one of the fairest lines in all the sport.
Point.
Slips one past Christian that time.
Yeah, so Alshon let a ball bounce earlier in that rally, and then you are now at the mercy of Ben Johns coming
4-6.
forward. Needed to use his reach and keep Ben back.
And the net gods coming into play that
Wow,
time.
did they ever? It hung out there for had a drink here in the desert, and then fell on Ben's side.
6-4.
Alshon hanging in. Can't return that backhand.
Yeah, just decided to stay put, and Johns kept hitting it back there instead of in the open court, because oftentimes your opponent will sprint to that other side. Still nice patience from Johns.
Point.
Back-to-back triple crowns for Ben Johns.
Time.
The first 2 stops on the PPA Tour for 2023. As Christian Alshon will call timeout. Drew Felios with Dave Fleming watching Ben Johns, #1 player on the men's side, battle Christian Alshon. Alshon, a 1-point lead here in this first game. Side out, won by Alshon. Our officials here, Howard Hepworth, our lead official. Dave Johnson, our second official. Elaine Guest and Cassandra Smith also on the crew.
Saw Alshon go body again on Ben Johns, and he was able to fend that off but not make the next one. So I think that's a critical point for Alshon, as Johns pulled within 2 and then even within 1 after the timeout.
Point.
Christian Alshon, another one of those players we've seen glimpses.
85.
Times where we're like, man, this kid is going to be really, really good. Wondering when that big breakout is going to happen. This could be the moment for him.
Yeah, he certainly has to seize that. You don't see Ben miss a sitter forehand by a foot like he just did there.
Able to hang in the point, and Johns can't redirect.
And we are at game point, and Ben, you can see frustrated with the way the ball is so slick out there and cold coming off the paddle, not the way he expects it.
Comes off the net, Johns hangs in. Alshon goes through the legs.
Side out.
And I think he realized, wait, this is game point. If I win this point, I haven't hit a tweener yet. Wait a minute. So again, he had held the showtime together here, threw it in there. Will it cost him?
Point.
And that just gets over thanks to the net gods.
One each way.
We're fast 40, the official ball here of the Carvana PPA Tour.
Point.
Alshon attacking.
Timeout
Point
receiver.
Johns.
7-10.
And another timeout going to be called by Christian Alshon.
We were a ways away. That may have just been even a Kleenex. So, you know, there's the message.
Ben Johns got some work to do. Trying to stay on the point. Eventually, Ben going to make it point number 8. He trails now by 2.
8-10. Point.
And Alshon mishits. Boy, this is where the mental game comes into play. You start questioning yourself,
Yeah,
don't you?
especially in singles. You don't even have a partner to go pick you up.
Two great players going at it.
And Ben is incredulous that he just lost a hand battle at 9-10 at the kitchen line, but he did as Alshon was able to get the left hand on top of that, and he's got a second game point right here.
Point. Game.
Into the net from Ben Johns. Christian Alshon.
Change in. 0-0.
The great pickleball opportunity here against the #1 player in the world, Ben Johns. Ben comes out firing.
Side out.
Yeah, and the beginning of this second game will tell me a lot about how comfortable is Ben. He was rubbing the paddle quite a bit. What happens when it's cold is not only is the ball harder, but it slides off the face of your paddle too, so you don't get the shape and you don't get that precision that you want, because it quite frankly is like a skating rink in and of itself. It gets so hard and so slick. So Johns has to find that. This Perseus paddle from Yola isn't even in the market yet. So how many matches has he played? MLP was certainly chilly, but that was played with a different ball, so that isn't even an experience he can draw on,
Side out.
because that was with the Franklin X40 ball, which is a ball that plays slower. This is the Onyx Dura Fast 40. So a lot of interesting things from the gear going on here, Drew.
It just long. First point for Alshon here in game 2. Keep in mind, Ben Johns has not lost a singles match or any matches on the PPA Tour here in 2023.
The one thing we can guarantee is that he will not play Federico Staksrud in the final if they were both lucky enough to get that far, as Staksrud has the winner of this match in a semifinal.
Point.
Emphatic finish from Ben. Yeah, Staksrud, a couple silver medals in the first 2 PPA Tour events.
And now finds himself as that 3 seed, so he moved up, but the draw put him on Ben's side this time.
Tell you what, you watch Alshon right now. He's just got great feel on the court, looking very comfortable.
He is. He's moving well and not trying to do too much, and sees that, okay, maybe this is my day.
Oh, what a shot.
Point.
Christian Alshon.
And everyone in the building thought he's got to hit one to the forehand side of Johns here at some point. Just stayed on the backhand and then hit a clean winner.
Side out.
Up against the net, side out to Johns here, trailing by 1. If you're just joining us, Mary Braccia took down Catherine Parento.
1-2.
Huge upset on the women's side about 45 minutes ago.
Point.
Big time forehand there from Ben.
Yeah, we haven't seen much from a pass or the precision that we're used to seeing from him as he's starting to find the range. That's bad news for Alshon.
This is sort of a much different scene here on Championship Court, Dave, because it's a lot colder. A lot of the fans are out on the outdoor courts without the coverage, soaking in the sun. So it's kind of a different atmosphere here.
Yeah, the bleachers are cold. You see everybody's bundled, and you have to find the energy from your own game, especially in singles.
What a hands battle, Ben, with the final say.
Well, there was a little message sent on that swat at the end because the court was open and the target was Mr. Alshon from Ben Johns there.
2-2.
Alshon calls timeout. 2-2 here in game 2.
Swatted an overhead directly at Alshon with a message, and Alshon's like, okay, we're going to go sit and think about it for a minute. Slow any momentum down.
The timeout effective for Alshon as he wins the side out.
Love, and just you got to use everything that's at your disposal, Drew. And if he's going to be fired up, if Ben goes back and serves a big serve after that point, that could run 3 or 4 in a row. So smart by Alshon.
Oh, little flick of the wrist. A top spin backhand roll, just devastating.
Yeah, it's a tough ball to make. Alshon went with more of an off-speed roll down the line, got it up a little high, and sometimes people will miss that backhand over their head. Johns most certainly did not.
Side out.
Again, going big on the serve and singles should be in the budget. If you're just laying it in every time, you're doing it wrong.
2-2. Side out.
Alshon can't return it. Missed opportunity there.
But just look, just settling him in. No big outburst after missing a ball he knows he should make. Just very, very smooth from point to point here.
Side out.
Motions well in check. John's a little frustrated.
2-2.
That's wide.
Side out.
No, I think that's
No, it
right
is.
on the line.
Yep,
Yeah.
on the line.
It's one of those where you're like, I know it, I see that it's in, and I have zero swing at this, and I'm 2 feet from it.
Alshon into the net.
Yeah, kept volleying it in the middle, did not give Johns an angle, and then sort of got stuck with a very late scorpion tail up and wasn't able to reach that. So Johns now has a lead.
And possibly another busted ball here.
And this is going to be a scene that will be likely throughout the rest of the day. Again, the courtesy, especially in this environment. Did you get a ball that's brand new, one that's worn? How slick is it? Ben lets Alshon take a look at it.
Alshon into the net again. So Ben Johns starting to pull away here. 5-2 game 2.
Yeah, a little off-speed pitch from Johns there, and Alshon was ready for the fastball. It's one of those when a batter's frozen in baseball, you make a mistake.
Point.
What's going on right now with Christian?
Her new BFF, Elise Jones, who had a great run in women's doubles at the last tourney.
Side out.
I talked to both of them. They absolutely hated that they had to play each other in the draw, because you want to have sort of that little competitive fire, and they have really gelled as a partnership. But Jansen was the one able to take that.
Side out.
Ben Johns, top of the kitchen, wins side out, and it's 6-2 here in game 2. Irina Tereshchenko, she loves this venue. Another Major League Pickleball champion. She has won countless
6-2.
number of those, right? Since the
she's the GOAT
beginning.
of MLP. 4 out of 5 with all these great players. Are you kidding me, Drew?
Now 7-2.
7-2.
That speaks to Tereshchenko's ability to rise at big moments, because all those Major League Pickleball matches are so close, and she's a great teammate.
Yep.
So that together, that's why she's got 4 titles.
Tied at 4 over
8-2.
there. And women's singles action. Ben Johns' lead is now ballooned to 8-2. And make it 9-2 after the ball hit wide.
Yeah, and I praised Alshon earlier for his
9-2.
keeping the demeanor level. I'd like to see just a little emotion off something, though, here in this comeback, not to get stale.
Oh, big time.
Point.
And I think the athleticism of Ben Johns is often overlooked because he makes everything look so easy, but that was a lot of court coverage to get him to a quick game point here in game number 2.
Absolutely no wasted movements.
Side
That one
out.
off the end of his paddle, side out to Alshon. Game 2 likely, though, going to go to Ben Johns here. So if you are Christian,
2-10.
big hill to climb, probably not going to get this game. Love points like that to give you a little momentum going into game 3.
I mean, that point is over on the Ben Johns backhand volley, and Alshon says, oh, no, it's not. It's over now. That's an
3-10.
unbelievable ball. That's one of the most difficult shots that's been made all day on this court.
Easy open quarter for Ben.
So that's the thing you see with Alshon, just remarkable ball to make there. Now it's just, again, bringing it all together, finding the chess part of pickleball, the angles, when to take court, when to give ground.
10-3.
But it's all starting to come together each tournament he plays.
Game point here for Ben. That's going to be wide.
Point.
So
Game
11-3
Johns.
in game 2. We are tied at 1 apiece.
Staxrud, who's got 2 silvers to start the year, awaits the winner of this one. And
Point.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the most electrifying player in all of sports,
1-0.
Mr. Tyson McGuffin, who you'd usually see right here in the mix in singles, is nursing just a very minor foot injury, so had to scratch out of this, but he will be back.
That is
Side
in
out.
from Alshon. So side out going to Christian.
What a shot from Alshon, just to sneak that into the corner. You have to be able to
0-1.
roll this. Goes roll that way and back behind Johns. That's impressive.
Another beauty.
So really focusing on the backhand side of Johns has Alshon throughout most of this
1-1.
match.
Side out.
Went there again, just didn't make it. And that's the thing. You want to talk about how you pull off an upset. We saw Mary Brasha just make ball after ball after ball and make Parento work, and
1-1.
was able to maintain a lead. That's a ball that has to be made to upset the best player.
Johns absolutely destroys That forehand, it's another point. He's up 1.
Two, one.
Alshon able to stay the aggressor.
Yeah, and both players are making their opponent beat them with backhand
1-2.
volleys.
Side out.
So you heard Alshon say stay focused, and then brought the soccer game back out with a awkward right-footed kick there. I liked his header a lot better, Drew.
2-1. Point.
So there's another mishit.
Yeah, that's what the advantage of going for the big serve, and then you put Alshon in a hurry to try and make good contact, and that ball's going to fly.
Alshon seeing vintage
Timeout, receiver,
Ben Johns here. He
4-1.
does not like what he sees. Just like that, 4-1 here in game 3.
Ben goes out with a plan against everybody that he plays, so
4-1.
he's going there. I did not see Alshon texting anyone at that break.
See if the timeout is effective here for Christian Alshon. Not going to be. Right now, he is a little bit stunned.
Yeah, now what happens, you go for a little too much because the shots you've been hitting in game 1 that were working are not
5-1.
working now. We'll switch sides if Johns wins this point. First one to 6.
Johns can't get to it.
Side out.
So side out coming up here. And this is a side out where I think you've got to make some progress here for Christian
1-5.
Alshon.
Yeah, you'd love to at least switch at 6-3 down, if not even closer.
Oh, Ben is so good.
Yeah, and he, you know, the way he holds that backhand, there are so many ways that he can put that down. That one he went at Alshon, and Alshon a lot less comfortable with that
5-1.
backhand to backhand exchange, and Johns is going to win that most of the time, especially a one-hander from Alshon.
Every shot just pinpoint right now from the world's number 1. At one point was in the driver's seat, but that was in game 1. Now much different story, and another beauty by Ben here to start us out of the timeout.
Yeah, just saw none of that. There's a tweener ball retrieval there, which went flying, and Ben will go pick it up. But yeah, just the forehand precision not there in game 1, and
7-1.
good for Alshon. He took advantage of that, but it's been a problem ever since. 18 of the last 22 points going to the top seed.
Alshon needed that one.
And I remember your message overhead in game 2, Mr. Johns. That overhead could have gone anywhere. And much like the bull that sees that red cape, he saw a red shirt. Look where this thing goes. Right at him.
Open court again. An easy one for Ben.
Yeah, and it's that carving that backhand volley that's so effective, because it's shorter, so the player has to go both forward and to the side,
Sure.
and then you're just off the court.
Ben Johns just a little flick, and it is perfect. It's 8-1.
Yeah, and that's where Ben has the big advantage here on the backhand side, and he's exploited that, been going there time and again when they're in those near the kitchen exchanges.
Alshon with another put away. He'll give him side out and perhaps one last gasp here to make some noise.
Yeah, again, a lot of open court. That was not where he chose to hit the ball, however, but still wins the rally.
1-8.
this match teaches you one thing. It's how good you have to be to beat Ben Johns. I remember, Dave, in Phoenix a couple weeks ago, Julian Arnold played exceptional, but it looked somewhat similar to this match right here.
Yeah, he was able to grab a game in that one as well, but not the whole thing. And, you know, the fact that Ben feels great driving his two-handed backhand, which we quite frankly haven't seen him a lot. There's one right there, and there's, thank you, Ben. With that new paddle, that's a big difference here, because now he can hurt you off the bounce near the baselines. Because Yana Grechkina won a match but then had to pull out. So Anna Lee did not play a quarterfinal earlier today.
Oh, man. He has got some guts, doesn't he?
He does, and he ate it, and he deserved to eat it on that one. But this is the entertainment business.
Match point here for Ben.
Point.
And that's not going over. Ben Johns